Are you a native English speaker? Do you want to move to Prague? Then come teach English and get a visa this way. Of course, it's constantly changing and developing, and it's different than it used to be a couple of years ago, but it's still the easiest way to get a visa as a non-EU citizen, which I know of. Basically, the first thing you need to do, of course, is to find a teaching job. And how to get a teaching job or how to get a job as an English teacher in the Czech Republic. It's a bit different now than it used to be a couple of years ago. Say 10 years ago, your only qualification required was to be a native speaker. Then it developed because there was competition and many people were moving to Prague and teaching English. So schools started to do a bit more deeper selection. So now, basically what you need to do now to get a teaching job is to either, of course, to be a native speaker, but then also ideally have some experience and ideally have some teaching certificate like TEFL or CELTA or TOEFL or whatever. It can be either both combined, like experience and certificate or education in that field, or it can be either of them. Depends on the school and what kind of position you're applying for. But anyway, if you want to start teaching English in the Czech Republic, and you don't have a certification or you don't have experience, that's not a big problem anyway, because there are plenty of really good TEFL schools in Prague specifically, where you can get the certification within 4 weeks, within 4 weeks. It doesn't really cost much. It's usually around 1,000 something US dollars. And within like 4 weeks of intensive course, you will learn how to teach English and you will get a certification. And once you have the certification, you will easily get a job. So then once you have these or one of these, experience or certification or education, you just start contacting schools. As many as you can, the better. Usually it works the way that if they like your profile, they will invite you for a demo lesson. And based on the demo lesson, they will either tell you, okay, we want you or we don't want you. Usually, if you did your preparations and if you have some experience and the certification, then you usually get the job. And then the school is also happy to help you with the visa process, because obviously they only work with native speakers or mainly work with native speakers. So they know what kind of problems they're facing and that you need a visa and how the process works. So they will be happy to provide some letters of support or something. We'll get to it in a second. So yeah, so now you have a job. And how to get a visa as an English teacher in the Czech Republic. Basically, it's not that complicated. You just need to collect a bunch of documents. I'll go through them in a second. Then you need to submit them to some Czech embassy outside of the Czech Republic. So in Berlin or Vienna or Brussels or in the US or somewhere else. Basically, wherever you can submit the application, you submit it there. Then you wait. You need to also pass an immigration interview. I'll cover that later as well. Then you wait. And once your visa is approved, you basically just go to the same embassy where you applied for it. You collect the visa. They put the visa sticker in your passport. And then you come to the Czech Republic. You register yourself with the foreign police. You activate your trade license. And then you get registered for paying Social Security, income tax, and in many cases, healthcare as well. And then you're good, usually for a year. The maximum validity of the business visa, the teaching English visa, is 1 year. So you can start teaching and you can start settling down. So now, what documents are needed to get the business visa as an English teacher? Number one, sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties on Facebook. So let me just wait for it to go back. Sorry for the ones watching on YouTube. You see that this is live. So let me see. The internet connection doesn't seem to be good. Okay, I'm back. So what documents you need to get the business visa as an English teacher? Number one, An application form, that's easy, nothing too complicated there. Number 2, your passport. You need to have a valid passport, which is valid for, let's say, 1.5 more years from the moment when you apply. And you need to have some blank pages in the passport because the visa is a sticker in your passport, and then you need the stamp from the foreign police. Number 2, 2 passport size photos. So you just go to any photo studio, you take a photo of yourself, and that's it. Application for passport, passport photo, proof of accommodation. That's usually the most complicated thing, because especially if you're not here, because you need to have accommodation arranged for at least 1 year, even though you don't have the visa yet. But if you're here, if you came here using your 90 days allowance, the visa-free stay, you can easily find accommodation and use the lease agreement for your visa process. Proof of funds. You need to prove that you have enough money in your bank account. As of now, in 2021, the minimum requirement is equivalent to 125,000 Czech crowns. It can be in US dollars, which would be roughly 6,000 US dollars, or it can be in euros, or it can be in Czech crowns. But you always need to stick to the amount required in Czech currency, in Czech crowns, so 125,000 crowns. Then you need to get a trade license. I covered that in one of my previous videos, so you know how to get a trade license. If not, get in touch. Then you need to get some statements from schools saying that they will be happy to work with you as a freelance teacher once you get the visa approved. Because part of the visa process is an interview at the at the Czech embassy where you're submitting the application, and they will be asking you questions. I'll get to it in a second as well. And you need to know the answers, and you need to be prepared for that. So you should get, say, 2-3 letters from different schools saying that they will be happy to work with you once you get the visa approved. As mentioned before, if you pass the interview, schools usually know what to do, so they will help you out with the letters. And then you need to pay administrative fee, which is paid at the embassy. As of now, it's around 5,000 crowns, so around 200 euros. And you need to also submit the criminal check from the country of your origin, and officially all the countries where you have lived longer than 6 months in the last 3 years. But you need that anyway for the trade license, so you already have that. And that's it. Then you submit the application, then you wait. Of course, you need to first pass the interview. And what questions do they ask you at the immigration interview for the business visa? There are a couple of questions about different topics, but the main ones are around your business, because you're applying for a business visa, so they will be questioning your ability to run business in the Czech Republic. So they can ask you about your trade license, about your business plan, what you plan on doing in the Czech Republic, if you have any companies you will be working with, and other things. How much do you plan on earning through those sources of income? How much do you know about Czech taxes, the social security, healthcare, all this? Then they will be asking about you and your flat, so where you will be living, what's the address, how big is the apartment, how much you will be paying. Questions of this type. Why you chose the Czech Republic, that's another common question. They want to see some relation between you and the Czech Republic, like why from all the countries in the world you decided to teach English in the Czech Republic. And usually they also ask you for how long do you plan on staying in the Czech Republic. Yeah, if you're prepared for that, then actually that's one of the most crucial parts of the process, and you need to be ready for that. But once you are ready for that, you will most likely get the visa approved. Yeah, okay. So then, as mentioned, if you get the visa approved, you need to go to the foreign police, get yourself registered there. Then you activate your trade license at the trade license office. And then you get registered with the tax office to pay your income tax, with the social security to pay your social security, and often with a public healthcare provider as well to pay your public healthcare. But that depends on the nationality, and I talked about it in some of the previous videos as well. So I hope you found this useful. If you found this useful, please share it, like it, comment it. It really helps not only like to spread the message and to grow my audience, but it also shows me that you're interested in the topics, and that I should shoot more videos, and that these topics are good for you, and that you appreciate it. So thank you very much, guys, and also you're welcome. Bye-bye.